Guess what, guys? It's time for another Spider Slayers comic book haul. Stay tuned. Hey comic book fans, welcome back to Comic Book Corner 2.0, and fans, you're back with me, Mike Spider Slayer, getting ready to do another Spider Slayers comic book haul. This is episode 341, and if you guys are not familiar with this series, this is a video series where each and every week I show you, the fans, which comic books I picked up at the comic book store. And today's going to be a fun one, guys. So, first off, here is our bag of stuff. Next off, we see comic books. And surrounding some of those comic books are black bags, right? So, this past weekend was Walking Dead Day, and my comic shop actually did not really have their Walking Dead Day because they got their shipment in late. And everything works out for a reason, right? Because I couldn't make it. I was running a tennis tournament, and now they have all these extra blind bags, and I picked up a whole bunch of them, and I'm totally excited about it, and I get to share it with all you guys on the different Walking Dead issues that I got. So, here we go. Before we jump into these, we're going to go into the comics that I picked up for the week first, all right? So, the first thing I wound up getting is The Life of Captain Marvel issue 4. This is the variant cover for that. This is a great looking book with Carol Danvers right here in the front and center, flying above Earth. You get to see her powers. This is gorgeous. This is really good. This is probably one of the best Captain Marvel covers I've seen in a while. There's been some good ones, but this is a really nice one. So really excited about that. For me, the story overall is actually really good as well. Really brings her back down to earth. It keeps her grounded, shows you where she's come from, her family, everything else. Great series. All right. Next book I picked up was the Venom Annual. Yeah, hard to believe this book is already on an annual. Excuse me. However, it's a nice looking cover as well. Very interested what they're going to tell in this story when it comes to this annual. But again, look at this cover. Really nice looking. You get to see Venom here. He's got like these red glowing eyes. He's got that tongue hanging out. Really great stuff here. Great looking cover. All right, let's see what's next. Next is, what if Marvel Comics went metal with Ghost Rider? So there is this book that came out with Image Comics this past week, last comic week, called Murder Falcon, which is really kind of cool. And this is kind of 2 weeks in a row with a heavy metal guitar player, and this time it has to do with actually Ghost Rider. So I think this is a pretty cool looking book. Interested to see what it has to offer. Here's some of the interior artwork here. So here we get to see it there. So I have been 50-50 with these What If books. I want this one to be a good one. I want this one to surprise me. All right, next we have X-Men Black. This is issue 1, or obviously they're all one-shots at this point. Been very disappointed when it comes to these X-Men Black books. They haven't been very entertaining at all. The Apocalypse story, the backstory, is quite interesting. Covers look really nice by J. Scott Campbell. Love Mystique here, showing off the gun. Just great looking cover overall. Here's some of the interior artwork if you guys want to see that. I just hope this story is a much better story than some of the other ones. Wasn't a fan of Magneto, definitely wasn't a fan of Mojo. Here's Mystique, of way she looks like on the inside. So I don't know, we'll see how these go. I was just hoping for something a little bit more better writing to this, you know, to kind of gear up for Uncanny X-Men and whatnot. But I don't know, we'll see what happens. So X-Men Black issue 1. All right, next we have, bam, Sideways. This is the foil cover. This is issue 9. What does this cover remind you of, guys? Does this not remind you of Spider-Man 300? It's so similar in so many ways. Just the stance, kind of like the circle around, and this would be the buildings in the background and whatnot. So you get to see how similar Sideways is to Spider-Man in so many ways, how they just like poke fun at Spider-Man and be like, yeah, this is our Spider-Man book. It's just right there to see it. It looks so much like Spider-Man. It's hilarious here. So Sideways issue 9, he's on this quest with some other team, which I'm not very fond of. I like when Sideways is on his own. Here's some of the interior artwork in this particular issue. It seems like a while since we've actually gotten an issue with Sideways. Looks like Trigon. Is that Trigon? I'm not sure. So, you know, he's still dealing with his mother's death and stuff like that. So we'll see what happens. So Sideways issue 9. All right, next. Bam. Peter Parker, Spectacular Spider-Man. This continues Spider-Geddon. This is actually a really nice looking cover here. Kind of looks like Todd McFarlane's Spider-Man as you get to see those big eyes, that spider sense there. That's actually really good drawing. I'm not even sure who did the actual cover art in this book, but it's really nice. Philip Tan actually did this cover. So this is great stuff here. Did not read that last issue. And are we on the new team? Yes, this is the new team by Sean Ryan and Juan Frigerieri. So this is a new jumping on point at this point, obviously, for Peter Parker Spectacular, because obviously it ties into Spider-Geddon, and there from there on out, we'll get the new writer on the book. So looking forward to seeing what happens. Hopefully Spider-Geddon picks up for me. I wasn't a huge fan of that first issue. All right, next we have Nightwing. Issue 55. This is the foil cover. They didn't have a Virgin cover at my store, so this was the only one that I have. But this is still a nice looking cover. You get to see the cityscape in the background. You know, he's out there doing some acrobatics, or he's falling, or whatever the case may be. But this might be a quite interesting story as we get to see how Dick burned everything. He wants nothing to do with his past. I'm really vested into this story on where it's actually going to go from here on out. Yeah, really interested in it. So this is Nightwing issue 51. Next, we have Astonishing X-Men. This is issue 16. I love this series. It's so well written. This one is done by Matthew Rosenberg. Greg Land does the artwork. I think the artwork looks really nice for this series. Havoc is a hoot in this freaking series. He's hysterical. Looks like he's being tortured here. But this is a phenomenal book. This is probably one of the best X books out there currently. If you're not reading it, I definitely suggest you go out and buy this book. Astonishing X-Men issue 16. All right, next we have Batman issue 57. This is another nice looking cover here as we get to see Batman punching. There's the bats in the background. More snow is falling. Looks like with the red on the sides, it's like he's beating somebody up and he's got these bloody fists. Really cool stuff. Looking forward to seeing how this story continues here after he's going out and finding the guy, obviously, who killed or who shot Dick Grayson, which I think is pretty neat. We can see that battle starts off right away. I don't want to show any more. I don't want to spoil it for you guys, but I'm looking forward to this issue. So this is Batman issue 57. All right, next we have Teen Titans issue 23, Virgin cover as well, as we get to see Damian here. I thought this was kind of cool. I've been collecting all these covers for this series like this because I just like the way it's made. It looks really cool. We get to find out that Jason Todd's involved with these Teen Titans, and he's given information to Damian. You know, he's kind of working out on the side. I think this is a fun series. We get to see that team unity is an issue with this series. Right now, our team is still fairly new. They can't come together and agree on things, and they have to work on that. They have to become a actual team, and I'm looking forward to seeing how they do grow as a team. And I like how this series explores that. Sometimes you just get a team and they fight, and even though you may know of the other person, you don't know how they work with each other. You know, it's like a football team. You put them together, a whole bunch of people together, they're not going to win at first, you know. And so I like how they do that here. And this is Titans issue 23. Next, we have Weapon Hex issue 1, the variant edition. They had the Humberto Ramos cover. That's what was in my pull. Then I went into the rack and they had this variant cover, which was cool. And I saw behind the desk they had the sketch variant cover. I'm like, oh yeah, I'm all over that. I'm going to buy that. And when I went to go check out, it was freaking picked up. And I'm like, fuck. I'm like, I wanted that book so bad because I have a feeling that this one is going to be popular. It's Weapon Hex. You know, it's just like Laura mixed up, right? I just think it's going to be an awesome book, and this is the one that's going to have a lot of fun. I think people are going to have a lot of fun with this. This could be like a Spider-Gwen one. You know what I'm saying? So looking forward to this book. Let's check out some of the artwork in here. Yeah, it looks kind of weird, kind of colorful, but I really wanted that variant, and I was just like, man, I'm like, come on. Artwork looks kind of cool. So I'm looking forward to seeing what this issue has to offer for everybody. So there's that. So yep, Weapon Hex, issue 1. Variant cover. At least I got that one. All right, next I have Savage Dragon, baby, 239. You know what Savage Dragon has to offer, but we get to see some changes here with Maxine on how she's dealing with her issues of her sexuality and whatnot. Always a fan of Eric Larson's artwork. This story hopefully will continue to grow. Hopefully it won't be all about this nonsense sex stuff and things like that, but you know, he can't hesitate to show nudity in his books. You know, I just flipped through 5 pages in here and there's nudity in it. So okay, here's another artwork page that I can show you without it being flagged or whatnot. So this is Savage Dragon issue 239. All right, next we have Injustice 2 issue 36. This book continues, really well book. I think a lot of you people may read this digitally just to see, you know, obviously you get the chapters every week or whatnot, but I read this physically and I think it's a fun read. Good stuff. Tom Taylor writes it. Good book overall. All right, so next we're going to go into the blind bags of The Walking Dead. So if you're a Walking Dead fan, this might be fun for you. If you're not a Walking Dead fan, well, this is where you probably jump off of this video. But hopefully you guys will stick around and check it out. So here is issue number 1. Let's see what the first book has to offer for the difference here, okay? So I don't have a scissor. I wish I did. So here is the first actual book. And we wound up pulling out, bam, bam. Oh, this is cool. This is the black and white one, right? This is cool. That's awesome right there. Check that out. Look at the difference. It's so different from that very first issue, you know, where he's just by the actual, what's it called? By the window. And David Finch does this cover. So that's a really nice looking cover. It's great to see artists do #1 issues of The Walking Dead or The Walking Dead in general, right? That never done it before. So David Finch does this cover with Annalisa Leona. So that's cool. All right, so we got that one. All right, next we have issue 2 of The Walking Dead. So we're going to see what this one has to offer. They're real easy to open, which is kind of cool. I like that. Doesn't really ruin the book. All right, next one is, here we go, bam. Oh, another black and white. This is issue 2. Rick following Glenn up the ladder. You know, I can remember that scene where the zombies are chasing after him. And this one is done by Chris Samney and Matthew Wilson. That's who does the actual cover for this one. So that's really cool too. So that's issue 2. And the reason why I picked up these those low issues is because I don't have any of those issues, period. Well, I do have issue 1 in reprints and stuff like that, but I definitely don't have issue 2 and things like that. Next is issue 7, okay? So let's see what we get with issue 7. All right, here we go. Once it opens. All right, and this one, bam. Oh, this is a colored one. So this is the first colored one in there. All right, and then this one is done by Daniel Warren Johnson, and Mike Spicer. So that's the ones that did this particular cover here. So that's pretty cool too. All right, so that was issue 7. All right, next we're going to do issue 27. Okay, so that's next. All right, so let's check it out. It's issue 27. All right, here we go. What are we gonna get here, guys? Issue 27. This one's kind of a pain to open. You're giving me problems, 27. You better give me a good cover. Bam. Ooh, oh, that one's awesome. You got the governor there with all the zombie heads in there, just like from the TV show. Oh man, that's so cool. That is so awesome. So cool. Yep, really awesome stuff. And this one is done by Declan Shavley and Jordi Belair. So that is issue 27. That's so cool. All right, what's next? Next we have issue 48. All right. So let's see what we have here. This one opened up no problem. All right, let's see. Oh, look at this. Oh man, the governor's eyeball popping out. How freaking cool is that? I love it. Dude, that's so cool. Oh man, look at the detail. Look at his tongue and everything. So cool. Chris Burnham and Nathan Fairbarn did this particular one. This is issue 48. Oh, that's so cool. All right, next. Let's see what we have. All right, this is issue 53. All right, let's see. All right. Ooh, another black and white right there. So that one's pretty cool. Look at all the detail that goes into that. Yeah, that's really cool. Issue 53. All the zombies. That's really neat. This one is done by Kim Jung-ji and Dave Stewart. So yeah, so that's cool. Not my favorite so far, but I like it. I like them all. I think it's neat. We have 2 left. This is issue 92. Issue 92. All right. Let's see how this one turns out. All right. Oh my God. Oh my God. I can't believe they went there with this. Jesus. Oh my gosh. Look at that. This is the Untitled. It's like a virgin cover. Nothing there but just Jesus on there. Wow. That is insane. I think that's the first appearance of him. And this is done by Corey Walker and Dave McCain. Look at that. Dude, that's crazy. I can't believe they went there with that. That's insane. All right, and last but not least, issue 98. Okay. Of course, they didn't have issue 100 with Negan, but what are you going to do? And if they have more, I'll get more next week. All right, last one. Oh my God. Arrow through the eyeball. Look at that. Oh my God, that's so freaking awesome. What's his face? Got the, I forgot his name. Got the arrow through the eye. because that actually happens in the issue. See, boom, arrow in the eye. Dude, how freaking cool is that? And then this is done by Cena Grace and Wes Craig. So that's the cover there for that. So there you have it, guys. There is the haul. Hopefully you enjoyed all the comics that I picked up this week, including these Walking Dead blind bag books. Hope you had a blast with it, something a little bit different this time. And fans, if you like this video, give it a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, and don't forget to hit that notification button, guys, so you don't miss a single video from me. And fans, until that next comic book review, this is Mike Spider Slayer signing off. I'll see you guys real soon. Take care, everyone. Bye.